Hey, Edifice Ventures fans, Warren here. My project today is I am upgrading electricity for my pastor in his house. Today, I'm working in the living room. One of the first problems we see here is the light receptacle. As you can see, it has a cloth braided insulation on the outside. It only has two wires. It only has the hot and the neutral. There is no ground. This does not have a ground. It is an ungrounded outlet, and we're going to fix that. It looks like it has a ground, but looks are deceiving. If I plug this in, see right there, open ground. So I'm going to replace all the wiring from the box all the way up to the living room here with 12-2 wire, replacing all of this ungrounded wire in here. 12-2 also is rated for 20 amps. And the reason we're going with the 20 amp instead of a 15 amp, because usually you don't draw that many amps in a living room or anything like that, especially with today's TVs, LEDs, they're not that big of a draw. But they are going to put two ceiling fans in here. So one ceiling fan is going to go here, and one ceiling fan is going to go over here. No outlets until we get here. And then there's not another outlet until we get to the other side of the wall. Whew. That's a long stretch. Each wall should have an outlet that is spaced 12 feet apart. And if you have a wall section that is more than 2 feet apart, it has to have an outlet. But I'm going to start here on this wall. So my distance is 3 feet. So half of 3 feet is 1.5 feet. So that's where I'm going to make a mark. And then I'm going to come up off the floor 16 inches. I'm going to have a box right about here. My next measurement from this wall to this window, and that puts me at 4 feet 4 inches. So 2 feet 2 inches is my center line. So 16 off the floor. Another receptacle is going here. Now, if we move over to this side, so I'm still going to center the outlet on this part right in the center between the window and the wall. So 2 feet 6 inches right there. 16 inches off the ground. I'm going to have a box right here. This box cannot be farther than 12 feet from this box. So I'm going to measure just to make sure I'm good. And I am. I'm only, I get 7.5 feet. My boxes are marked. Now I got to do this same process to the other 3 walls. This being a large picture window, windows count as part of your wall space. You can put an outlet underneath the window. That's not a problem at all. And I know, since my pastor is really big on Christmas, I am pretty positive they're going to put a Christmas tree right here in front of this nice big picture window. So I'm going to put an outlet right here in between the window and the wall evenly. I will put an outlet right here in between the door and the window evenly. And then I'm going to put one outlet right here in the middle of this window. All right, there's your brief for day 1 on this project. We'll be doing daily updates on this project, so make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow so that you can keep up on this project. And until next time, DIY until you die.